A unit took its number from the Chinthe's distant land. They called it 77th. The lion on the badge, born for the information age. Not the rifle or the flag. They said the wars had changed. The battlefield was screens, and words could move whole nations more than any marching team. So they gathered quiet soldiers, reservists from the street, who knew the ways of media, the pulse of every feed. They learned to watch the currents, the stories people share, to map the flow of rumor, the shape of public fear. They wrote the careful messages, the posts that spread like fire, and call it non-lethal warfare, the soft and silent choir. Years passed in distant theaters, in stabilizing work, in places torn by conflict where the truth was hard to work. They helped to shape the narrative, to calm or to persuade, and most of Britain never knew the quiet work they made. Then came the season of the virus, the locked and fearful years, when every screen was glowing with the nation's private tears. The order came from higher, from the rooms of government, to watch the rising chatter, the doubt that would not relent. They scrolled the open timelines, the posts of ordinary folk, the mothers and the workers, the ones who simply spoke. They took the screenshots carefully, the worried, angry lines, and sent them up the chain of command in quiet, measured times. A voice inside the unit later broke the careful seal, and told of how the monitoring had turned toward the real. Not foreign agents only, not distant hostile schemes, but citizens of Britain, their ordinary dreams. The official answer followed, calm and clear and firm. We only read the public post to understand the term. We never targeted the people, we only tracked the trend. The work was always lawful, the purpose never bent. Yet questions kept on rising, in the chambers and the press, about the line that separates the nation from the rest. When soldiers watch the citizens who speak against the grain, does the shield become a mirror that reflects the same domain? The years moved on, the unit shifted, structures changed again. Task forces and new banners, new names upon the plan. By spring of 2026, the brigade itself was gone, resubordinated, folded in its separate life withdrawn. The chin still remains in memory, the number still is known, but the formation as it stood has left the stage alone. Its functions live in other rooms, in quieter commands, still watching information across the shifting sands. And somewhere in the record, the whistleblower's words remain, a reminder of the moment when the lens was turned inward again, of how a force designed for distant wars of mind and sight was asked to measure homegrown fear in the middle of the night. So this is the story of the 77th line, of influence and silence, the space between the lines, of power that moves in whispers through the digital domain, and the cost of every narrative we choose to entertain. In the end, the barracks quiet, the badge is put away, yet the questions that it raised are still with us today. Who watches what we say when the world is made of glass, and who decides which stories are allowed to come to pass? The lion sleeps in Berkshire soil, the unit's chapter closed, but the work of shaping the hush between the posts, you might still hear the echo of those quiet watching hosts who once were told to guard the truth against a foreign hand, and found themselves instead inside their own unsettled land. This is the tale of 77, told without a drum, just the weight of what was done and what may yet become a story of the modern age of screens and silent power that asks us all to wonder in the final quiet hour, who holds the narrative and who is held by it in turn, when the army of the mind begins to watch and learn from the open lives of citizens who only meant to speak in a season when the nation felt uncertain, tired and weak. The chapter ends in 26, the formation disappears, but the questions it has left us will outlast the quiet years, about the line between protection and the gaze that never sleeps.